This is Gorilla Monsoon.
And your host, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling, where we feature the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation, and we've got some great matches lined up for you this week. I'm surprised you have more guts than brains to come back here. You know that?
What do you mean? I'm in the, look at the monitor. Just check out. I'm in the #1 seat. I'm the host again.
You think so?
I know so. There was so much mail, so many cards and letters written in last week because they cut me out of 1 hour. They demanded that I come back. So let's turn right now.
I got news for you. You know, I've been the host of this program for quite some time, and I have a very close, dear, personal friend who is the director of this program. Kerr, could you do something about this situation? Thank you very much. How do you like those apples?
Oh, wait a minute. What did he do?
What did he do? You'll find
what am I doing on this side?
What he did. Wrestling fans, we got a tremendous lineup this week. We're going to take a look at the Iron Sheik. We're also going to take a look at King Kong Bundy against the Super Machine, of course, which is our feature match this week here on Primetime Wrestling. We're going to take a look at the Moondogs, the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volk. What is your problem?
Put me back where I belong.
You are where you belong right now.
No.
I got
Switch
news
me.
for you.
It doesn't matter where I sit, really. I am the host of the show. That guy guy's probably got a little erector set in there. He plays with it at home and something like that.
I don't have to worry about Imperial Spread showing up or anything like that, right?
Are you referring to the king of professional
wrestling? You know
wrestling?
exactly. As soon as I say Imperial.
I know what you're trying to imply. You're starting off another good week, Monsoon.
Certainly
You got some Tommy Technical guy in there switching me
Jacques
around.
Raymond against the Iron Sheik. Fantastic matchup. Let's go to the ring.
Boy, oh boy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. About to enter the ring, escorted by his partner, Nikolai Volkov, from Tehran, Iran, weighing 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik.
Well, that's the USSR flag.
Yes, it is.
From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, Jacques Rougeau.
Oh, you people shut up and don't say USA, Russia, #1, Iran, #1, Canada,
Oh, look at this. Iron Sheik attacking immediately. Jacques Rougeau. What was Nikolai Volkov doing out there, Gene?
I don't know.
Well, he was obviously part of a conspiracy there to distract Jacques Rougeau. And now look what's happened with the Sheik right on top.
Where was Fred Blassie? Where was Slick?
Yes, one might well ask those questions.
I'm asking those questions.
But I'm wondering how much help Blassie and Slick would be to the Iron Sheik physically. On the other hand, Nikolai Volkov.
Well, you know, they disrupt things. Look at this blatant chokehold with the head bandana right around the neck.
Iron Sheik with a little necktie party here.
From the outside, the big 305-pounder keeping a close eye. Look at this. Jacques with a nice high crossbody off the top rope. 2 count. No, he couldn't hold him down there.
He couldn't find the leg through that cloak that the Sheik was wearing, but Jacques seems to be fully recovered now. And he's certainly beginning to wage war himself.
Well, Nikolai Volkov headed for the showers.
Well, Jacques tried to get a piece of him before he got out of there, but he didn't make it. Of course, Jacques and Raymond, tremendous tag team brother combination here in the World Wrestling Federation. Oh, look at that move. You're not going to beat the Iron Sheik that way. Former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, as well as co-holder of the tag team title.
Can you believe it, Gorilla? The Sheik came in here, a house on fire, or should I say a tent on fire, and now look, he's bailing out for the high ground already.
He might be looking for Nikolai. Nikolai, of course, long gone.
Well, the Sheik back up on the steps trying to enter the ring, and Rougeau is hovering very closely as the referee tries to back him off and give Sheik ample time to get back into the ring.
What a tremendous young athlete, Jacques Rougeau, and of course his brother Raymond as well. And fact, some of that tremendous footage that I saw, Gene, on international television of the St. Lawrence Seaway and their water skiing was just unreal.
They're a couple of phenomenal young men, as you know, Alfred.
Absolutely. They are so good. They have such good expertise. They can maneuver as a team, but also as individual wrestlers, which we're witnessing now. Don't forget, the Sheik was at one time a holder of the World Heavyweight Championship.
I think we should point out also, gentlemen, that the Rougeaus are tremendous second-generation wrestlers from Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Absolutely fact. Sheik down in front. Jacques over the top. Oh, nice leapfrog by the big guy. Oh, reverse the hip lock. Caught him coming.
Jacques showing a considerable amount of experience and skill there.
You know, aside from that early onslaught by the Sheik, he looks very sluggish, Gene.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yes, he's lost that early initiative. That's completely gone now. Everything is going for Jacques Rougeau.
Might be positioning him here for, no, I thought maybe he was going to go for a gut-wrench suplex. He got caught with that one. I could have caught him with that one, Gene, and so could have you.
Oh, oh! Oh, what an atomic drop.
Jacques taking full advantage of the situation. Oh, landed one right in the sternum.
And high, too.
Not going to get him that way. Sorry.
I'm still amazed how the Iron Sheik can come back. A former Olympic medalist, I should point out.
Oh, right in the esophagus with a point of that boot.
And I'm afraid Jacques has gone off the side apron of the ring right down to the concrete floor. And now the Sheik is mocking him.
Some excellent camera work as the count goes on over the top of the head of Jacques Rougeau here in Madison Square Garden. Not the place to be.
Absolutely not. Rougeau is going to have to collect himself. He's got a 10 count. But as long as the Sheik insists upon hovering, he may get a bit more of a breather. Alfred, you knew the father and uncle of the Rougeau brothers, did you not?
Yes, I did. I spent some time in Paris when I was living there, fortunately to live there some years ago. And his uncle, Johnny Rougeau, was just an excellent wrestler then.
Did you see that?
That
Oh,
is
he spat on
disgusting.
him. After that backdrop, he just spat on him. That is no place for that in the world of
That
professional
is really
wrestling.
disgusting. And if anything is designed to provoke an adversary, that is it. And Sheik is hoping that Jacques Rougeau will lose his temper and lose his cool.
Sheik in control of this match at this particular point in time. Abdominal stretch. Doesn't even have it applied right, Gene.
No. That is a little cattywampus. He has not got a leg hooked. And now what is he doing calling for the crowd to keep it down? The crowd's going to go their way.
You're not going to beat Jacques Rougeau with that particular type hold. Abdominal stretch unless you apply it properly as the chant goes out. USA.
Good work by Rougeau to bring Sheik out over there. Unfortunately for Jacques, he couldn't finish it off.
Give Sheik credit, being astute enough to see that coming up, and he rolled out at the very last second.
Thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead of time. If you don't do that.
Absolutely.
Sheik seems to be warmed up now. He's moving a lot
Here it
better.
comes.
Side suplex.
Gut wrench suplex,
Oh,
well
took him down on
executed.
his left shoulder.
Not going to get the youngster like that. Very nonchalant cover.
But he could have hurt him really badly there, Gorilla. He came down on his left shoulder, twisted him, and Jacques is really in trouble.
The master of the suplex. Oh, nice block there. Got a handful of tights and blocked that move.
Another
And blocked
block.
it again. Oh, and Jacques gets him over.
Ooh, and he turned him over.
Turned him loose.
Nice move by Jacques there. Twisted him in mid-hair. Got everything he could from that one particular move. Even though
Boy, the tide has gone back and forth in this one. Each one having their opportunity. Uh-oh. Jacques once again on the floor outside here in Madison Square Garden. Some kind of an Iranian salute as he spat on him once again. Oh, give me a break.
that is just a dreadful thing to do. Unfortunately, we can't disqualify or get him disqualified for that.
Why not?
Well, I don't know, but it's not a move that, or
It's
a situation,
disgusting
yes.
and despicable,
That
and it
calls for
should be a disqualification.
I concur 100%.
As it happens, the rules are that doesn't call for a disqualification. However, I think Jacques is taking his time, and he may be getting a little bit together now.
We'll have to speak with Jack Tunney, president of the World Wrestling Federation, and try to get some rules that would make that illegal.
I've tried to bend Mr. Tunney's ear on that subject a time or two, as you know, Gorilla.
Chant going out from this tremendous crowd here in the Garden. That puts a little adrenaline flow. Oh, high sunset from the outside. He got him.
Oh, no. Phenomenal move.
What an upset here in Madison Square Garden.
Former world champion was pinned right in the middle of the ring. I think he was hurt more than we knew at that particular time, Gorilla.
The winner of this bout, Jacques Rougeau.
Jacques Rougeau with a tremendous victory here in Madison Square Garden over the Iron Sheik, former world's heavyweight champion, and here's how he did it.
Exactly, he came over the top ropes there, the Sheik couldn't move, he'd obviously been hurt, and he held him down nicely for that 1, 2, 3.
Tremendous victory, unbelievable. Can you imagine? I think the Sheik underestimated.
I picked it up too. I picked it up as soon as it happened. Yeah, I knew he missed it. Hold on.
What is it?
This is Miss Betty. She'd like to speak to the co-host.
Yes. Hello, Miss Betty. Yes. I know I called him Ramon. Yes. And gorillas make mistakes, you know. You what? He has what? Okay. It's called yeah. I got it. Oh, if that's true,
hello?
I'm gonna. She's gone.
What'd you say to him?
Hello. She
Hello.
gave me some information about you that I
She
should.
wouldn't crack.
Hello?
Do you have a king-size waterbed at home?
What do you mean?
Do you or don't you?
Well, it's specially made, but it's not. It's bigger than king size. Hello?
She said it's called the Dead Sea. Is that the name of it?
The Dead Sea. Are you
Yeah.
trying to imply that?
My Gorilla Doll welcoming you all back to Prime Time Wrestling, where we get tons of mail here every week, and a lot of it is asking to see, Bobby the Brain Heenan, some scientific-type matches, and the promoters indeed have seen fit to do that. Madison Square Garden, tremendous matchup coming up. Incidentally, we're joining it in progress between Jumping Jim Brunzell and Mike Rotundo, the All-American out of Syracuse University. Should be a classic. I'm sure you're interested in these type matches.
I don't want to see that match. I want a close-up of my doll now.
Let's go to ringside.
I want equal
Madison
doll
Square.
time. I think that's
do
fair.
whatever you want.
Nothing like it before, and who knows if we'll ever see anything like it again.
Maybe we'll get an opportunity to take a good look at it right here.
I like Brunzell's tenacity there. Go for that left leg, stay with it, hang on to it, come back to it, and wear him down there. It seems to be working for him at the moment.
Wrestling fans certainly enjoying this matchup.
Yes, they really are. They know they're wrestling here at Madison Square Garden as well as they do in any other part of the country.
Chance to see some good scientific counter-recounter type moves.
Well, definitely.
Forearm, perfectly legal, James.
Indeed.
And not only that, Rotundo had to find a way to block those moves of Brunzell going for his left leg all the time.
Atomic drop, another perfectly legal move.
These two young gentlemen shook hands prior to this bout, but they came out knowing what the stakes are.
No one wants to go home with the short end of the money, James.
No. No.
Or perhaps no money at all. A lot of these matches are contracted winner take all. I'm not sure what this particular one is, but it's possible.
Gorilla, I would say in this case that there's more at stake than just the money. When I say just the money, I know it's a considerable sum of money, but at the same time, European uppercuts by Brunzell there. I think the importance of a victory here means more than the money.
I would have to agree with
Oh,
you.
watch that. Beautifully done. You've got counter.
Recounter. Counter for the recounter.
Oh.
That rung Mr. Rotundo's bell.
I can see, Gene, that this is the friendship is waning at the moment.
Yes, I think Rotundo is not going to stand for much more of this.
The hair is
Back to
starting
that left leg.
to rise on the back of the neck of both individuals. Nice monkey flip off the ropes by Mike Rotundo.
Quick thinking on the part of Rotundo.
He can do that, and he can do that quick moving as well. These guys are starting to unload on each other.
They are indeed.
Sunset flip, will he get him the leverage? Possibly. Rotundo, no, oh, he planted that one right between the eyes. The party is over.
Well, good buddy.
10-4.
That's it.
Good. Follow that right hander up with a slam. Hook that leg. Nice stuff by Rotundo now. Showing a lot of good moves.
Small package on the part of B. Brown. Oh, almost got him. Jumping Jim, tremendous move there.
Oh, good uppercut by Bronzell. Caught him square there.
You call those European uppercuts. Why, Alfred?
Well, that's where I first saw them, and then they was kind of imported here, you might say, to this country.
That is not the proper way to apply that abdominal stretch, Gene.
No, but I think Mike Rotundo has a little something to do with that. He has those legs.
He stuffed that arm in there, too.
Right.
Yes, and as Gene said, he had those legs planted really wide. He couldn't grapevine him with that left leg.
See, Jumping Jim has got to have that left arm under the armpit.
It's not happening.
No, it's not. He's not going to beat anybody that way.
Brunzell goes to the
fighting.
I'd be surprised.
This hole is not going to work for him, but he's clawing and scratching at everything he can right now. Oh, Rotundo turned it around. That's how you apply it right there.
Very close.
Can't seem to get that toe hooked in behind the calf.
No, he just can't do that.
Oh, match.
What a superb effort by Bronzell there. Gosh.
I know that the amateur fans, the freestyle, the Greco-Romans are going to certainly appreciate a good scientific outing like this, which it has been for the most part.
Absolutely fact. Nice drop down. Oh, Jim comes
What
up
a
and
collision.
I think they hit head to head.
It almost looked like face to face. A very damaging blow to both men there at the same time.
Well, neither one is really getting a whole lot of support here from this crowd, Gene. I'm surprised at that.
No, I think
I thought they might have picked somebody, you know?
They're sitting back absolutely enjoying this scientific contest.
Sleeper right in the center of the ring, well applied by Jumping Jim Brunzell. And Rotundo's backing him up into a corner. That's one of the ways out.
Great move by both men. Let's admit it. You've got two of the premier stars of the World Wrestling Federation going for it all.
Suplex. No.
Slipped right over the back, Brunzell did. Atomic drop caught him.
I don't know. That could be a possible groin pull there, too.
Oh, look at this. Oh, both out over the top.
Oh, my word.
Rotundo went for that fireman's carry, possibly into an airplane spin, and he lost control.
Well, that momentum of Brunzell just carried first Jim himself out over that top rope, and then, of course, Rotundo followed.
Even though Brunzell fell on his back.
I believe neither one of them made it back in time.
No,
that was a long way down for both of them.
Jim Brunzell fell on his back on the concrete, and Brunzell fell on his head.
Good, hard-fought battle. And I know the astute fans recognize that.
Nobody has to feel bad about this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the referee's official decision. Both men failed to enter the ring on the 10 count. The referee has ruled this bout a double countout.
Well, double count out. The match is a draw. The referee gave the safe sign, Gene.
I don't know. It's kind of like kissing your sister.
Well, I guess it is.
A whole lot you're going to get out of that.
Certainly, I'm sure the wrestling fans appreciated the scientific skill involved in this type of match, as Mike Rotundo and Jumping Jim Brunzell really gave us an exhibition. Tremendous matchup in Madison Square Garden. I enjoy that. I enjoy those kind of matches, Molly.
Who cares? What I want to know is, last week we have film footage from the summit in Houston.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you had Mickey Mouse sitting there, that Barbie doll, Ken Resnick sitting there with you.
What do you mean Mickey Mouse?
Well, you know what I mean. He's like the Ken doll and the
Ken
Barbie doll.
Resnick, one of my dear personal friends, and I, you know.
Okay, now and then on this piece of footage you have Gene Okerlund sitting there. You have Lord Alfred Hayes there. A couple weeks before, you had Billy Red Lion sitting with you.
So,
hey,
what are you trying to get at?
Are you jealous of me? Why can't I be there? You need me to help that show out. You need me to make sure you handle it right. But no, nobody asks me anymore.
Are they trying to tell you something? Or?
Tell me what?
I don't know. You know, if the writing's on the wall, what can I tell you?
I'm the #1 commentator in the World Wrestling Federation.
You're
I'm the #1 host.
You're lucky to be here on Prime Time, I'll tell you that right now.
What do you mean I'm lucky to be here? Do you think the people tune in so they can look at some ugly gorilla doll? No.
We'll be back
They
right
want to
after
see
this.
me. I want you to start like right now.
Greg the Hammer Valentine in single competition here this week on Primetime Wrestling. In fact, both of these members of this
Bobby the
particular
Brain
match.
Heenan. Speak to
Who
Mr.
were
Jim
you trying
Barnett,
to-
please.
Jim Barnett.
One of the head honchos at the World Wrestling Federation.
What on earth could you possibly have in common with Jim
You will
Barnett?
be doing play-by-play in Guam next week. You and this crew here.
Tremendous match of Davey Boy Smith, single competition against Greg
Hey,
the Hammer
Jim, how you
Valentine.
doing?
Let's go back to the ringside.
About
Jim
to
Barnett.
enter the ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing 251 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine. And his opponent, from Leeds, England, weighing 240 pounds, the co-holder of the Tag Team Championship, Davey Boy Smith.
Matilda getting quite a workout this week here at Madison Square Garden.
He certainly is leading the way down to the ring for Davey Boy Smith, one half of the Tag Team Championship of the world, held by that man. Oh, look at that. The Hammer took a swipe at Matilda. Didn't hit her. What doesn't surprise me. Matilda took one last and not too graceful look at the Hammer, and the Hammer never took his eyes off Matilda. This is going to be an interesting matchup, to say the least.
Greg the Hammer Valentine will have to deal with the dog, but not that one, not Matilda. No, indeed, he's going to have to deal this week with the likes of Davey Boy Smith, one half of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships, a British Bulldog.
In fact, yes. Tremendous camera shot. Oh, look at that. Missing a few lower molars there, Gene.
And an upper bicuspis.
Yes, I think that kick that Greg Valentine took at the dog really wasn't meant to kick him, but to provoke, obviously, Davey Boy Smith. If you can get somebody to lose their cool, you're halfway there to a victory already.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Hammer kicked the dog, Alfred. I don't put that past him. He's not above that.
Well, I think it was also meant to provoke Davey Boy Smith more than hurt the animal.
Well, it certainly didn't.
No, it didn't at all. And here we have the two powerhouse anchors of both the Dream Team and the Bulldogs.
That confrontation is going to come down again, you can bet. It was a nightmare in Chicago for the Dream Team, but they want another crack, Gene.
You take a look at the experience of Greg the Hammer Valentine as a former Intercontinental Champion and a former Tag Team Champion. Davey Boy Smith, right now, one of the truly hot properties here in the World Wrestling Federation.
So, oh, look at that. Caught Valentine off balance, and with a shove, sent him right down on his keister.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this, adding insult to injury. Headbutt by Davey Boy, and he pushed him down again. Nice arm wringer applied by Davey Boy.
You know, you talk about somebody absolutely committed to physical excellence. The amount of time the Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith, I think I mentioned this to you before, incredible. At least 2 hours a day, even with the travel schedules that they have to adhere to.
I don't know how they find time to do that, Gene.
They find it.
That's dedication.
Whoa.
Gene, I think they put even more than 2 hours into those gymnasiums. I've seen them working out for longer periods.
Well, they're going to have to start cutting that down. They're going to have to walk Matilda as well, you know.
Yeah.
That takes time.
Yeah. Yes, they've got to take those Sunday morning strolls and take a little dustbin with them as well.
A little what?
A dustpan, you know, one of those little pans. A sweeper up effort.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh, beautiful. One arm kipped there into a front flip and reverses the armbar.
You know, these fans here in Madison Square Garden very appreciative of moves like that.
Well, they've seen it all over the years. These are the toughest fans that I know of.
You were here. Whoop.
Talk about tough fans. There's one right there, keeping a watchful eye on the goings-on here at Madison Square Garden. Talk about power. Look at this power shown us here by the Hammer. Well-executed backbreaker. Very nonchalant about the cover. Didn't even have his top body weight on him. I can't believe it.
No, I think he realized he wasn't going to pin him, but that was an amazing show of raw strength there by Greg. He just picked him up with one arm, you might say, guided him into that backbreaker, put him down.
And I can't imagine what internal repercussions you have after a couple of heavy slams like that. to the rib cage and to the lower back.
Well, they might not be immediate, but down the road they're going to take their toll.
Feel them another 10, 15 years down the road.
Absolutely.
Possibility of, for instance, kidney damage or spleen damage.
Oh, sure.
Got to run very high.
Some really good moves by both these men so far. Hammer has got him in a good body hold there, got it nice and high, exerting a lot of pressure. And oh, look at Davey Boy. I think he's trying to butt him, but trying to push him away in any case.
Oh, good morning. He rang the bell. Talk about power, brute strength. You're looking at it right there. Standing bear hug, elevation and all.
Toss it around 250 pounds like it's a 50-pound sack of potatoes.
I'll tell you, you got to be a really powerful individual just to carry Matilda around.
Dangerous move by the Hammer there. He brought that head into the lower abdomen of Davey Boy Smith, but it could have been construed as a move that could have had him disqualified.
The leg grapevine, one of Valentine's favorite moves, and that's when he usually starts setting you up for what everyone fears, the figure four leg lock.
That was one that was patented by his great father, Johnny Valentine.
Absolutely fact. From out of the past.
Davey Boy powering out of this hold. Both these men, of course, the anchor men in their tag teams, both depend on power a lot for their victories.
You know, Alfred, I think you're a bit prejudiced. Davey Boy Smith being from is it Leeds?
Manchester.
Manchester?
Well, Yorkshire anyway, the northern part of England.
One of your fellow countrymen.
Yes, I probably am a little biased, but at the same time, I recognize the true worth of a fellow like Greg Valentine, who has been to the heights and is still there.
He's turning it on right now, Gorilla.
Certainly is. Valentine, a proven competitor over the years. Wow. What a shot right to the back of the neck, right in that cervical vertebrae area, which can do tremendous damage. And the Hammer is starting to unload. Look out. Whoa, got rid of him hard down onto the concrete here in the Garden.
What a fall.
You know, Valentine threw him out there and said, now think about what I'm going to do to you if you get back in here.
The referee trying to keep the Hammer back, but to no avail. Look out, sternum shot coming up, and he nailed him with it.
He really did.
Well, Davey might have done well to take a little walk there. Sort of break the momentum, because the Hammer's got it going his way right now.
He's on a roll.
Yes, he's got the momentum in his favor. Picks him up so easily. That's 240-odd pounds. A running slam coming.
Perhaps shoulder breaker, yes.
Shoulder breaker.
Well executed by the former champion. Could be all over. Nope. Got that left arm out of there. Snuck out the back door.
What are the possible repercussions from a move like that shoulder breaker?
Oh.
Separation?
Separation, dislocation, cracked clavicle, all kinds of things. Subscapularis could be torn out of its point of origin. All kinds of things.
Tremendous suplex there by Valentine. Nearly had Davey Boy in a lot of trouble, just managing to kick out on that 3 count.
Oh, there he goes. For the figure four leg lock. He's turning it over. Into a small package. Couldn't get it. 2 tremendous moves. Valentine hot.
Valentine is asking for a quicker count on the part of the referee.
He planted that knee right on the hip, Jane. As he continues to soften up the legs, and he's going for it again. He's going to drop one. Greg the Hammer Valentine having a good time, in fact, in Madison Square Garden at the expense of one Davey Boy Smith. But don't sell these British Bulldogs short. This one a long way from being over. We'll be back in a moment. What do you want? What are you doing?
I'd like to see that book.
This is my book. Did you ask to see it?
Oh, may I see it?
No, definitely not. When I want you to see it, I'll let you take a look at it. Let's go back to ringside in Madison Square Garden. Valentine and Davey Boy, hot match. Get away from him.
What a nice move by Valentine.
If you happen to turn to your left when he does that, it's all over.
It's Katie bar the door.
Yep. Whoa, I haven't heard that in a long time, Gene.
You know, one of the interesting aspects of this match is that earlier Beefcake won, who is the partner of Greg the Hammer, and also the Dynamite Kid won, who is the partner of Davey Boy Smith. So it will be interesting to see if they can make this a perfect record, one or the other team.
How about that move?
Valentine administering all kinds of punishment to not only the right but the left leg of Davey Boy Smith. And maybe we will, in fact, once again see that figure 4 leg lock that he's put so many guys away. In fact, sealed the casket on the career of Chief Jay Strongbow with that move.
Indeed, he did. You know, this sets up a very interesting possible future confrontation. You've got these two tag teams that we're talking about, the Bulldogs and the Dream Team. And a victory in singles action on the part of either one of these men. Oh, what a move. Oh, what a move. It's certainly going to be first and foremost in promoters' minds around the country.
Well, that match is hot and heavy, as everyone knows. Gene, they're all bidding for it. They all want it because they know the magnitude of it. Oh, look at this. Davey now retaliating as he's going to work on a hammer. Things have turned around. Oh, look at this.
That's his own figure 4.
Boston Crab, the grapevine, a submission hold. Valentine saying no. You can see the head shaking. Referee right down there asking. I don't know how much more of this he can take.
How in the world, Alfred, can this man, Valentine, withstand this kind of pain? You know what it's like.
Well, that's absolutely hanging in there, and he's got conditioning to back him up with those powerful tree trunk legs of Valentine, and making it awfully difficult for the Englishman to get that victory.
Hammer trying to reach that bottom rope, his only salvation at this point. I don't believe he can take too much more of this kind of punishment. He's made it. He made it. Referee's going to break it. A testament to the intestinal fortitude of Greg the Hammer Valentine.
And conditioning, too. That should be pointed out.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
lesser man would have given up a long time ago.
A lot of courage.
Suplex coming up. Oh, nice block by Valentine as he steps the leg in between and does it again.
Valentine going for a...
Oh, there's a block on a part of
block.
Davey Boy.
Oh,
He didn't block this
got
one.
him. Oh, wow.
Jarring suplex.
A perfectly executed suplex.
Knocked the wind right out of the hammer. Could be all over. Nope, that left arm snuck out of there again.
So close for Davey Boy. So close indeed. Going for a power slam, maybe a running slam. In fact, this is his speciality. Oh!
He nailed it. 1, 2, no, the foot on the rope by the hammer. He knows exactly where he is at every given moment in time in that ring.
Yes, he is a master of strategy once he's inside the ring. Valentine.
Hey, both men now out on the arena floor here at Madison Square Garden. Exchange of blows.
Valentine thought he'd take a hike there and break the momentum, but Davey Boy followed him right out. And right now it's a foot race as they come around the corner here. And Valentine, Scooty Bay, he's going to catch him. Boy, he timed that perfectly, Gene.
For a moment there, it looked like the New York City Marathon, as both men had their track shoes on and circled the ring here in the Garden.
As Gorilla said, Hammer was hoping for a break there, but Davey Boy wouldn't let him have that, and he kept the pressure on him. But in fact, what happened was Valentine was able to turn the tables.
Hammer's about to drop a hammer. Oh, right on the esophagus.
Oh, so precise, so deliberate, so cold.
Hammer in the corner now, coming out with another one. Boy, he's telegraphing this one from left field.
And that was the Bolo windup.
Boy, that was a beauty.
Now
Now he says, I'm going to do it. Now you're going to see that figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, he is so confident he's taking his time. That's
Wasting
very
a lot of
risky.
time.
Way too much time.
Wasted
Very, very risky to do that.
There's a spinning toe hold. There it is.
Oh, he's got it locked on.
It's in place. Figure 4 in place.
Right in the center of the ring. This one could possibly go in the books right now.
Well,
Davey Boy Smith.
we saw a little while ago Davey Boy get this on Valentine, and Valentine withstood it. Now, can Davey Boy?
Using the same strategy, should be pointed out. Davey Boy Smith trying desperately to get to the ropes as this crowd is on its feet. He made it.
This pain, he made the move, though. Valentine doesn't want to break the hold. Boy, he could do severe damage right here. Finally turns it loose.
He has done severe damage, Gorilla. Davey Boy is down on his back, holding that right knee.
Is it the knee or is it the shin?
It's a little bit of both, Gene.
Yeah, I
It's
think that's a little bit of everything now.
A few more seconds, and you can bet that it's... Oh, look at that.
Well, remember, that's what Davey Boy did to Valentine a little while ago. He slapped him around the face, humiliated him. Now it's payback time.
Oh, look at this. Retaliation on the part of Davey Boy Smith as he's really putting it to the hammer. And this tremendous crowd is on its feet.
Oh, fine drop kick in the part of Smith. Rocks the hammer.
Irish whip, no reversal by the former champion. Oh, put his head down and paid for it.
Boy, we are seeing some fast and furious action here.
Oh, 3 counters.
Wait a minute, though.
Had a hold of the top rope.
Ref, you have got to be kidding me. Give me a break.
If this one stands, it's a real miscarriage of justice.
A travesty.
It was in plain view that the hammer had his hands on the top rope.
The winner of this bout, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Valentine, what a travesty here, G. That was terrible. Let's go back and take a look. Here it comes.
You called it a miscarriage of justice. There's the leg pickup on the part of Greg the Hammer Valentine. Now he puts on the leverage, a little extra as he gets to the rope.
Held there on that crucial 3 count. Davey Boy didn't stand a chance with that.
Well, when you're that close to the ropes, it is imperative that the referee, before making any kind of a count, take a look at where everybody is.
I have to check that ref out. It looked like Danny Davis's brother-in-law in there. What are you laughing for? Danny Davis is not above doing something like that. The referee's job, before you slap 3, whenever the wrestlers are close to the ropes, you look to see that a guy doesn't have a hold of them, or a guy's not putting his foot in a rope, or whatever. That's part of the rules.
That's what you do as a referee.
No, that's what the referees are supposed to do.
He didn't do it.
I know
he missed it. People miss calls in the World Series. They miss a lot of things. It's part of sports.
Danny Davis is missing an awful lot of things lately. If you ask nice, I would probably let you look at my book. Would you like to look at it?
I'd like to see
you know
that
what
book. Not particularly.
It's the Directory of Misinformation.
You mean someone wrote a book about misinformation?
Yeah, it's a very, very knowledgeable book. Here it is right here. Directory of Misinformation.
Some idiot.
Interesting reading.
Some idiot, that's all they got to do in life is just have their minds full of misinformation.
Well, there's no misinformation here. We're going to go to a special interview now. Ken Resnick and the Hart Foundation.
Thank you very much, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, many of you fans have seen on numerous occasions when I've had the opportunity, if you will, to talk to the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman and Jim the Anvil. You two have constantly referred to research being done at the Hart Foundation. Well, before we get into any other topics, just exactly, Anvil, what kind of research are you involved in at the Hart Foundation?
Well, I'll tell you something, Ivy League. At the foundation, Jimmy Hart has set aside many, many rooms for many, many different purposes. We got a high-flying room, so the Hart Foundation can keep up with all the high flyers. We got a weight room. We have one heck of a secretary who's very, very efficient.
And we got a psychiatrist who analyzes and comes up with what's in the minds of our opponents. So we have an advantage all the time because we know what they're thinking before they think it.
Well, speaking of your opponents, I would imagine foremost on your mind, Anvil, and of course Bret the Hitman's would be the tag team champions, the British Bulldogs.
You're always asking us questions. Always asking us questions. Well, let me ask you a question, all right?
Be my guest.
What exactly is a female dog?
Answer that one, Brett.
Well, it's called a bitch is the term.
A what?
The terminology is a bitch. We're referring to a female dog.
That's the Bulldogs' new manager.
It's bad enough. It's bad enough that you gotta take orders from a dog, but you gotta take orders from a bitch.
Boy, they're really using their brains, aren't they? They should have a foundation of their own.
Does she got a little tiny belt she wears around too?
Gorilla, what can I say? We'll be back with more great primetime action right after this.
Well, we're back, wrestling fans, and as you can see, the brain is deep into my book, and also, you got a new phone.
Oh, yes, I ordered a new phone.
Well, does it work?
Are you kidding?
I'm asking.
It's here, isn't it?
Would surprise me, I'm sure. Special match coming up, wrestling fans. Special delivery.
It's in a bad
Jones.
book.
It isn't a bad
Isn't
book.
a
You
bad
think
book
I
at
bring
all.
garbage here to Primetime Wrestling like you do with that piece of work you brought the other day?
The King?
Moondog Spot and Special Delivery Jones, Madison Square Garden. Let's go to ringside.
From Antigua in the West Indies, weighing 239 pounds, SD Special Delivery Jones. His opponent, from parts unknown, weighing 274 pounds, Moondog Spot.
SD Special Delivery Jones, the largest I've ever seen him in his entire career, Gene.
Looking good.
He certainly is. Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside in Madison Square Garden with two of my dear colleagues, his lordship Alfred Hayes and the Mean Gene himself.
Compatriots.
Compatriots. Partners in crime.
How about Spotty, a little reluctant to dust that bone?
Spotty, of course, the runt of the litter, so to speak.
You know something, Gorilla? We've seen men put on weight before for a special hold. I wonder if SD Jones is doing that deliberately to use some sort of a power hold that he thinks the extra weight would help him with.
Well, that remains to be seen, Albert. I haven't seen that in some of his matches of late.
Ooh.
Taking a look at the
That's too close for me.
brontosaurus, the beefsteak brontosaurus bone looming in the black background here in the garden, hanging ominously from the ring post.
I think there's a few vermin coming out there, too.
Trying to drive him out in the open where you can get a shot at him.
SD Jones will knock a few more out, too.
SD with a tremendous scar right on that subscapularis muscle on the left-hand side there, Gene.
You know, I heard that story. That is a very, very deep scar.
Is it a deep story?
No, it's not a deep story. It is a very deep scar.
Okay. I always curious about guys that have scars in their backs, Gene. You usually get those when you're running in the opposite direction. But SD doesn't resemble that remark at all.
No, he certainly doesn't. He's
Probably a
courageous
turnbuckle
young
at one point in time somewhere, or a sharp object on the ring, or you just don't want to tell us, Gene.
No, as a matter of fact, memory escapes me.
Oh, okay. I will ask and I will ascertain and find out where, in fact, that scar did come from.
On assignment.
On assignment.
On assignment.
Special Delivery Jones, master of the headbutt. That Spotty didn't do his homework.
No. And that little knee to the midsection did not break the ice. Or did it?
Maybe it did. Understand Special Delivery Jones teaming up with Paul Roma down under in Australia.
Well, as you know, I've spent a considerable amount of time down under in that beautiful country of Australia.
A day and a half, I think it was, Gene. You were
a day and a half, right. I think it was 2-3 weeks. Was it a day and a half?
We were down there for a couple of weeks that I know of, Gene.
Spotty made a nice move there.
Oh, beautiful move on the part of SD.
And then got caught.
Dropped him like a bad habit. Spotty wants timeout.
It takes a little bit for Spotty to warm up, but when he does, he's very effective.
Well, he's not operating on all cylinders right now. No. He might have gotten Elpo instead of kennel ration or something.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Oh,
gosh.
You don't have to do that to get SD's attention.
No. Jones did not like that at all. Spotty knows it.
It's going to be a foot race.
I don't think I've ever seen Spotty do that before.
Look out. Irish right in. Oh, leapfrog. Oh, caught by a clothesline. And a beauty.
Now tell me, Spotty wasn't thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead then.
He certainly was. Plants one right in a kisser, a Special Delivery Jones, and now is wasting time.
Right now, Spotty should be capitalizing on the fact that Jones is down.
Gorilla and I talked about that a few weeks ago. He has this concentration lapse. If he didn't, he'd be the world champion, I'm sure.
I believe that happened just here on Madison Avenue today. I think I saw that.
A concentration lapse?
Yes. And nothing will do it like high heels for me.
Spotty on top here.
intense look on the face of Moondog Spotty. Trying to hold on to the big guy, but he's back on his feet. Highly unlikely. Well, a handful of tights, I think, took him down there.
Or possibly hair.
Jones is having his problems here with Spotty this evening.
SD got some kind of a strange haircut. What is that?
It's kind of the I don't know if you'd call it the vamp look. I don't know if that would be appropriate. But it's a new touch for him.
Gets rid of him, drop down quickly. Spotty over the top. SD rolls in once more. Oh, put his head down. You can't do that.
And a little bit sluggish, Gorilla. That extra weight seems to have slowed Jones down.
Oh, wait a minute. Lord Alfred, I'm going to take exception to that. Those two big men were really moving in that ring back and forth and off those ropes.
They were coming hot and heavy.
Well, they were, but in my opinion, it looks to me like Jones is just a shade off his usual speed there.
Maybe that's that extra weight.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
We talked about it earlier.
He hasn't shown me anything in his repertoire that would warrant him putting on the extra weight. Nothing that he's tried to use so far.
No, I thought it might be for some special power hold.
Spotty,
that's no good.
Spotty will get a sore hand doing that. That's about all.
Oh, now he's backing off.
He's walking and talking now.
Spotty is really powerful.
Nice move by Spotty. He's got that deceiving type strength.
He really has.
He's so shocked, SD, right there.
He's going out.
Powerful man just tossing SD Jones around down on that hard floor here at Madison Square Garden this week.
Not the place to be if you want to be victorious. And of course, this is the Mecca for all professional wrestling. This is where you'll get a chance to see the greatest professional athletes in the world today, the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation.
What do you think, Gorilla, was the tactical use of a ploy like that, throwing SD Jones out of the ring?
To get rid of him.
Let it give Spotty time.
It's much easier to work on a guy, Alfred, as he's trying to make his way back into the ring, especially with the tactics that the Moondogs use.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right.
Wait a minute, Spotty just about turning on the referee there. Ouch.
Well, still hanging there in effigy. Can you smell it? You can almost smell it from here. He was actually chewing on that thing in the locker room, Jake.
No, he sharpens his teeth.
Actually had it in his mouth.
You've got to be kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. He does not have both oars in the water.
He's not wrapped too tightly.
Suplex perhaps coming up. Who's going to get it?
Whoops.
SD put the block in.
Standoff.
Good block by SD. Now SD's maneuvered him into a good situation.
Oh, nice snap by the big guy.
That's where that extra weight came in handy.
Certainly came to his advantage right there and then.
It was so well executed and with a lot of speed as well. As you said, Gorilla, a snap suplex.
Press and kick. Ooh, knee lift. Well, that's got to be brutal.
Spotty caught him with that nice crescent kick. It's you don't expect to see that from Spotty.
No, he does it very well. He executes that perfectly.
And he does a mule kick, too, that he executes very well.
Another little lack of concentration by Spotty there. It's too bad. It could cost him this much.
Got a finger right in the eye. That'll slow anybody down. I don't care how big and bad you are. This one can go either way at any point in time. Both men are ripe for the pickings. SD rammed into the turnbuckles. And no follow-up by Spotty.
There's only a partial whip, however.
Just taking his time.
Yes, he is, and that's unusual for Spotty because he usually doesn't give his opponent any let-up whatsoever.
Well, look at those shots to the facial area on Jones.
Right in the schnozola, he nailed him.
And he's not holding back.
Absolutely not. Spotty looking for a little recognition from this tremendous crowd here in Madison Square Garden. Of course, he didn't get any. Oh, he hit hard that time.
Where's the follow?
Oh, it just...
Where is the follow?
Not there.
The whole ring.
Hey, I want to see open hand.
SD Jones is taking a lot of punishment.
Oh, reversal. And Spotty goes hard in. Comes right out, meets a headbutt. No. Why did he stop?
Look at Spotty. Trying to cover his forehead. Oh. Knee downstairs.
A lot of hesitation on the part of Special Delivery Jones on that move.
It looked like he was trying to set Spotty up for something. I don't know what. Oh, goodness.
Couple of freight trains colliding.
But it didn't work for SD Jones, and now he's got Spotty down, but he's down himself.
By the way, congratulations, Gorilla Monsoon. Forthcoming nuptials.
Oh, thank you very much, Gene. Appreciate that coming from you.
Daughter
Sharon. Yes.
And husband-to-be Michael.
Michael, yes. Better behave yourself, too. Uh-oh, tied up. In the top and middle rope. Spotty at the mercy of Special Delivery Jones. Got a handful of whiskers there.
Oh, look at that mush.
He's letting Spotty get away with this.
How many Moondogs were there, Gene? There was Rex, King, Spotty, Duke.
Duke?
Yes. There was about 4 or 5 of them at one time here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, big knee.
Oh, nailed him with it.
You know,
right on the jaw.
Spotty on the second turnbuckle. On the inside, long way down. Nobody home. I'm sure that knocked the wind out of him. Big headbutt. Hooks the leg. This one could be over.
Hey!
He got it.
That's a couple in a row here in Madison Square Garden for SD Jones.
He's on a winning track.
On a roll and a good, solid, fundamental victory.
Over a very impressive individual in Spotty.
The winner of this contest, SD Jones.
Special Delivery Jones, hard-fought victory here in the Garden. Let's go back to the video replay and take a look at how he polished him off.
Well, here's Spotty coming for this big elbow. He misses completely by a mile. SG Jones, not slow to take advantage, rushes in, gives him a flying headbutt. Down goes Spotty, but I want you to look carefully at this count. 1, 2, a definite 3 there.
Spotty did a whole lot.
You know, the nearest relative of the antelope in America is actually the Rocky Mountain goat.
You're really into that book, aren't you? Anything in there about weasels? Or?
No, there's nothing in there about weasels.
There isn't.
Nothing in here about gorillas either, or chimpanzees or spider monkeys.
You obviously didn't get to the back of the book, did you?
Just browsing through it. It's interesting.
There
There's
is
a lot of
something
stuff
in here about weasels. The dedication on the back page here says, this book dedicated to the greatest fountain of misinformation known to modern man today.
Well, it's your book. I guess they hit the nail on the head there.
Whose picture is that?
It's my picture.
Well, this is...
It's not my book, though.
This is who the book is dedicated to.
The book isn't dedicated. Are they trying to say...
The weasel brain...
No, wait a minute now. Are they trying to say that I'm a fountain of useless information, or a useless fountain?
A fountain of misinformation.
And useless information, too, is what you're trying to say. Wait a minute.
Wrestling fans, plenty more action still to come.
Every time you turn around, you try to embarrass me.
Including King Kong Bundy.
I don't like this book.
In just a moment.
Worst book I ever read.
We're back, wrestling fans. Earlier on here on Prime Time Wrestling, we had a chance to take a look at the Iron Sheik. Now we're going to take a chance.
Well, you get him,
have
Betty.
a chance, I beg your pardon, to take a look at his partner.
I don't care if you don't know where he is. You find him. That's why I pay you for it.
the 305-pound
you
Russian.
You pounding the pavement, Betty.
And he's got some stiff competition here this week in one Haku, one half of the Islanders. Who are you trying to reach?
Miss Betty is getting the king. You're not going to talk to me like that again.
Let's go to ringside, wrestling fans in Madison Square Garden.
Or Orndorff or Bundy.
Haku.
Or some other surprises.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Volkov requests that you all rise and respect his singing of the Soviet national anthem.
Gene, did you see that?
3:13 for the record on the part of Volkov.
Right in the middle of the Russian national anthem.
That's no respect.
No, definitely not.
Well, I didn't see you standing up either, Gene. For the anthem.
I didn't see anybody standing up except Nikolai Volkov.
No, and what a tremendous entrance there for Haku.
One half of the Islanders, and he exploded on the big Russian.
He did. That right foot went right into the face of the Russian just as he was in the middle of a high C.
Well, here's a guy that can match power if anyone can with Nikolai Volkov. This guy is deceiving. He is a powerhouse.
Mind you, this Russian is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Irish whip in. Duck. Oh! Caught him right between the eyes. High on the forehead. Drops a knee on him. Oh, he didn't waste any time getting out of there. He didn't want to hear too.
No, Russian made a good move with that high clothesline to the forehead of
Look at the martial arts.
Oh, dropped him. Dropped the Russian flat on his back.
Head out of the bottom, Islander Haku to the big Russian, Nikolai Volkov, former tag team champion and one powerful individual.
Reversal. Oh, what a clothesline, almost decapitated him.
Oh, he really did. And as he went down, Haku, the back of his head slammed into the ring floor. Now he's going out for a ride. And why the Russian did that, I'll never know for the life of me. He had him beaten right there and then.
Boy, he did not stay with them at all. All that does is give Haku a little more breathing room.
Absolutely. Big mistake on the part of Nikolai Volkov.
Can you imagine a Russian making a tactical error?
No. But he did right there.
But this one makes a few.
So he may be Siberia bound. Uh-oh. Haku pulling that leg out. Right against the steel post.
I don't like to see this.
Oh, that will hurt you. He's hurt the Russian now. And following up on that leg too.
Let's make a wish time.
Thanksgiving right around the corner.
Absolutely. I'm waiting. I can't wait. I love Thanksgiving.
I can imagine what it's like at your house.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big bird man.
Haku was waiting for permission of the crowd there. He really didn't need it. And you can't give this big Russian too much time either. You've got to keep at him.
Looking out for the positioning on the part of Haku. Physically drags him back to the center of the ring.
He's a powerful man.
Grapevining that left leg to add a little further pressure to it. Got the knuckles and just ramming him right into that ligament area of the knee, the lateral collateral ligaments to be exact. And the big Russian got out of there.
Oh, gosh.
See what kind of effect they had on his left leg.
Two heavy blows.
Didn't bother him very much, did it?
No, it didn't at all.
And sometimes he just seems impervious to pain. Plants a knee right in the lower abdomen. Will give anyone a negative attitude.
Really, you know they say no sense, no feeling, and I'm afraid that's true with the
There's
Russian.
a mistake.
Well, that is not going to fly, Nikolai, sorry to say. This is not a summit. This is war within the ranks of the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, look at going into the tights, the big Russian. Reaching down, he maybe has perhaps something in his hand. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, yes, he nailed him with it. Put it away.
Referee spied that one. Excuse the, well, forget it.
Well, I think he definitely had something in his hand there. Otherwise, Haku wouldn't have gone down to his knees like that.
Not with a normal blow.
No. He withstood a couple of really heavy blows from the Russian before. They didn't floor him. That one did.
Oh, reverse sunset roll up here. Look at the tights. Went to grab a handful of tights, but Haku was already long gone.
Yes, he was much quicker than the Russian there.
Look at the size of those feet on Volkov. What would you suspect the shoe size is, Comrade
15
Volkov?
triple E, at least.
Look at Haku here, just waging war against the Russian.
Reversal, hard in, ducks underneath the big clothesline and
pulling back.
Oh, he's got the legs hooked. Oh, I don't know about that.
That was a sloppy count.
I don't know about that.
A very sloppy count by looking at it.
From, we'll have to take a look at the replay, but
I think that Volkov, in all due respect,
shoulders were not down.
Shoulders were rolling.
Simultaneously, I don't believe.
I think Haku.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Islander Haku.
Haku gets a Duke here in Madison Square Garden. If we could go back and take a look at that replay, the big Russian that may have got jobbed here, Gene.
All right, in slow motion, there's the whip. And take a look at the move now on the part of Haku. Scoops him up, down. But take a look at the shoulders of Volkov.
Definitely up. The left shoulder was up there. The right shoulder was down. Left shoulder came up. A sloppy count by the referee. And Haku can consider himself a very fortunate winner.
Highway robbery. The big Russian usually doesn't have too much to complain about, or too much legitimately to complain about. But he's got to definitely complain.
Was that Danny Davis as the ref? When you get on that guy's tail end section?
Danny
Boy,
Davis,
did he blow that
Danny
one.
Davis tends to do that with a consistency, Bobby. These other referees on occasion will make mistakes, but Danny Davis...
that's okay.
I didn't say it was okay.
Remember, you're making excuses for this incompetent
I said
oaf.
it was highway robbery. What do you want me to do? Get Jack Tunney on the phone and...
Good luck. His number's unlisted.
You'd love for me to talk to him because you owe so much money now that
you want me to
you're going
pay
to be
this
working
off?
for the next 10 years.
Okay.
For nothing.
Next week, I'm going to tell you something. I'll bring a load of checks. I'll write the checks up.
Checks? Are you crazy? Who's going to take your check?
Are you questioning my dignity?
I'm questioning your integrity.
And my honesty?
That's integrity, honesty. We'll be back in just a moment.
I wouldn't beat a guy up for anything.
All the great tag teams here in the World Wrestling Federation seen fit this week on Prime Time Wrestling to break up into single competition, Bobby. We're going to take a look at the other half of the Islanders right now in Tama. And he's
still doesn't have any shoes. He goes in the store, he said, probably walks in and says, give me your shoes. They said, what size you wear? He says, a 15 and a 9.
Oh,
probably don't even know.
Rex Moondog, the opposition for Tama in Madison Square Garden. Let's go back to ringside.
Just savages, just savages.
Moondog Rex. And his opponent, coming towards the ring from the beautiful South Pacific at 229 pounds, here is Islander Tama.
Well, we hear the music. There's the youngster right there, Tama. And he is exciting.
Is he ever? Perhaps one of the greatest moves ever off that top rope. And this young man possesses it.
Well, he may need it because he's given away close to 100 pounds.
Well, they introduce Moondog Rex at 282. Alfred,
highly unlikely.
I don't know about that.
I think he's over that, don't
He's
you?
well over he's closer to 3 1/4.
You know, Rex has that knack of looking as if he isn't fast, looking as if he's ponderous, yet in fact he is so speedy, other wrestlers are liable to underestimate him.
Tremendous wrestler in his own right, former co-holder of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title, along with Spotty. And he can hurt you in a lot of ways. But this youngster's got a lot of fire. One half of the Islanders, when he teams up with Haku, we've seen some tremendous results.
Right now, the referee pointing out to Rex that bone has got to go.
The brontosaurus tooth is to be eliminated from the ring.
Gorilla, I think this year is the coming of age for Tama because he seems to have matured very, very quickly. I remember when he first came into the WWF, he was a little boyish, very inexperienced, but now, as I said, it seems to be the coming of age for him.
Well, Haku has sort of taken him under his wing, Alfred, and really done what needs to be done, and that is give him confidence. That's what he needed. Yes. And he's got it.
But if you're going to compete in a man's world, you'd better be man 100%.
Absolutely. And here we're dealing with the greatest professional wrestlers in the world. And there was a good shot by one of our, I believe our number 5 handheld. Got a shot of that brontosaurus bone over there in the corner. And look at the spring in the legs of Tama, Gene.
And perpetual motion. He's moving all the time. That's exciting in itself.
Side headlock by Big Rex. Immediately gets backed up. The youngster doesn't want to stay in that too long. Oh, but he's jerking it on there pretty good. You let this big guy get on top of you and add leverage and add additional weight to wear you out in a hurry.
Yes, and that was a nice switch by Rex. He was going
there
to
he goes.
There for a moment.
Nice drop down by Tama. Look out, leapfrog. Beautifully executed. And a reverse leapfrog. Oh, ended up with a nice reverse knife edge. Send the big guy sprawling down to the canvas.
And that's the way Tama's going to have to do it. He's going to have to work on the vulnerable parts. If ever he should let Rex get on top of him, it could be all over.
Wow. Rex drops one of those knees on you, and it's lights out time.
Tama put some nice moves together there. He strung those moves together and then finished up with that knife edge.
Oh!
And it took its toll, but so did that.
Nice forearm shiver there. I'll tell you what, if Rex steps on his foot, he could be in trouble. He didn't do his homework, Gene.
Don't kid yourself for a second. Rex very calculating as he goes into this match.
Oh, look at that move. Went up to the second turnbuckle on the inside. Came down with a headbutt right in the middle of the cranium. And continues to go to work. Maybe he found a soft spot on Rex.
I didn't think there were any, as a matter of fact.
Look at that hair flying high above the ring.
Well, you could hear Thomas say, come on, big boy, get up. I love it.
He wants to hope that he doesn't, really, because if Rex does, he may do some very damaging moves to Tama. Tama pretty impressive, though.
Nothing like World Wrestling Federation action here in the Big Apple, gentlemen. Absolutely the best.
Second to none.
Especially here at the Mecca of wrestling, Madison Square Garden.
Look at the elbows here by Big Rex as he starts to soften up. Tama, Irish whip in. Oh, nice forward roll out of that. Watch out, high cross body. Down goes a big guy, he won't get him. Already one hand already out of there, made it easy to completely kick out. He's going to have this guy in a very compromising position to put him away, Jim.
Really, Rex has got tremendous reserves of power and raw strength. Very difficult to hold his shoulders down for a count of 3.
Here's what I call a horse.
He is a horse. And not a clothes horse either.
I agree there.
No, one of those big dray horses.
Doesn't have a whole lot of money tied up in ring attire.
Very low with that knee to Tama.
Boom. Oh, gosh.
How about the force behind that one, gentlemen?
Well, Tama went down and his head just whipped on that mat cover. Nice block with the left hand. Unloads with the right of his own, a roundhouse job. There's the martial arts coming into play. He's unloading right now. Oh, the big guy's tied up.
Oh, no. Oh, he's fair game right here. Wow.
He's measuring him. Watch out. Oh, he's gone and right through and out onto the concrete here in the Garden. That was a planned move on the part of Rex, Gene.
No question about it. No question about it.
He set up young Tama for that and absolutely lured him into that trap, disguised it very cleverly on the ropes, and now look at Tama.
In the consumer marketplace, that is known as the bait and switch.
Absolutely. Not the place to be on the concrete here in Madison Square Garden. That's where Tama is finding himself right now. And the big guy just waiting. He's not even going to give him a chance to come back in.
No, as we said before, Rex,
he's biting him.
Oh, look at Rex. Rex has that knack of not looking too good, looking very ponderous, and maybe an easy mark, but he's not by any means. He's a big, powerful, fast-moving man.
And he's going to capitalize on every situation he can. No, he doesn't want to bring him back into the ring.
No, that's the last place.
Just as I expected from Madison Square Garden, Tama having a whole lot of trouble with a big Rex Moondog, giving away some 85 pounds perhaps.
He had trouble finding Madison Square Garden.
Highly unlikely.
Because there's an address.
We'll be back with the conclusion in a moment.
33rd and Broad.
You know, we talk about Tommy, you're always knocking the Islanders, you're always knocking the British Bulldogs. Suppose we came out here and started knocking the brains out of your teams, Bundy and Stud, and you're supposedly Mr. Wonderful Benedict. How would you like that? Let's go to the ring.
He wants his youngsters inside. He's doing just what he wants to do right now, administering all that punishment right on the outside, on the apron, on the floor. He's doing what he wants to do.
Alfred, what about this? The referee asks Moondog Rex, what's the matter with you? Are you kidding?
Suplex from the outside.
Wow. Oh, holding him there, balancing him.
Oh, he turned it. I thought he was going to turn it over into a power slam. This could be history. Oh, the youngster got out.
How on earth did he manage that?
Well, Rex didn't hook a leg. Fundamentally, that was incorrect.
Well, I guess he thought he had enough with that particular move, Gene, to put him away. He's probably shocked more than we are right now.
I think both of you as former wrestlers know that you can't underestimate anybody.
If you do, you end up in the loss column.
You certainly do, and Rex underestimated Tama there for a change.
Sort of missed that top turnbuckle. That's what he was aiming for, but still the second one low in the kidney area of Tama, and he's in deep trouble here in Madison Square Garden.
Tama's taken tremendous punishment. It's a wonder he's still able to resist at all.
When
Rex's
you're young,
attack.
you can do that, Alfred. You have that resiliency that's long since left us.
Right now, that bear hug being administered by Moondog Rex. Referee, careful to check. This will take the wind out of your sails.
Well, what it does, Gene, the whole idea behind a bear hug is to keep you from being able to expand your chest. You can't get any air in there, and pretty soon everything starts to go dim.
When there's no oxygen going into the body or to the brain, you can't think, and pretty soon, as Gorilla said, you're dim.
The youngster's going to have to get out of this any way he can, if it means planting one in the eye or grabbing a handful of hair.
Whoop. Wait a minute.
That left hand is up there.
Wait a minute.
Perhaps a headbutt, no. Drawing that big right hand back. But the big guy's squeezing for all he's worth. And that's his forte, that upper body strength.
It certainly is, those massive shoulders and arms squeezing the life out of you. Tama at the moment is at a great disadvantage. Not a submission hold, but he can take enough sap out of him there to pin him.
Well, if he saps you of your air and strength at that point and falls on you, it's a 3 count.
Yes.
Well, I don't think Moondog Rex is any tremendous specimen, but he is really built solidly.
Oh, youngster got out, but ran right into a well-placed clothesline. And the Moondog over for the cover again. No.
Here again, though, he did not hook a leg.
No, he didn't, James.
Well, I think it's a
fundamental
question
mistake.
of, yes, it's a question of trying to get his head right at the moment. There's a lot of cobwebs up there.
Got it again.
You know, the brute strength of Moondog Rex is not a panacea for the likes of young Tama.
He just gave him his wake-up call right there, Jim.
Yes.
That was the big bell.
Really?
But Tama unable to retaliate. Now he starts in. He's still hurting, though. Oh, that one's right on the jaw. And now they're exchanging blows left and right. Oh, the chop got him, stunned him. And he's reeling now. Moondog in trouble. Irish whip coming up. Look out. Backdrop. Just about got him over. That's 300 pounds plus.
I was just about to say that Tama was making a mistake exchanging blows with Rex, but he came out on top there.
Reversal. Oh, he went in face first, comes out, catch a chop, look out. Tama going to the outside. The youngster, the high flyer.
He better hurry.
Perched up there on the top turnbuckle. Moondog turns around, high cross body. Get the hot shower ready.
There's the hook.
Got him.
1, 2, 3. What an explosive effort on the part of Tama.
Just about when it looked like he was out of it, that youth, that agility, that speed, that cunning, it all came into play.
The winner of this bout, Islander Tama.
Tama with a tremendous victory here in the Garden. Let's go back, if we can, and take a look at the high flyer.
Here's resiliency for you, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Absolutely.
This young man came back to the face of adversity.
Isn't that incredible? Not only a fantastic victory, but a most important victory for this young man. Look at that. Moondog Rex pin.
Look out, Stud and Bundy, the Islanders coming at you. True or false? Now you're hot. You're upset about something. What is it? Speak.
Oh, I can speak?
Sure. Why wouldn't you be able to speak?
What am I, spot your pet dog or something? I can speak now? You ask me a question, I go to answer it, you turn around.
When you're trying to answer a question when it's time to go to the ring.
I had all this crew here fired last week, and they replaced them with new guys. And just look at the blank expressions.
Hey, unconscious. Wake up out there. Yeah, I see a few there. That,
sure. They're giving me cues like this. They're giving me this. I don't know what that means. Then they count down. You turn around. There's no time left.
What does
I look
it
at the
mean
guys.
let me ask you this. You want to talk? I'll give you a chance to talk. What does it mean that approximately 3 or 4 months has gone by since the Pearl Harbor job by your Benedict Arnold on the world's champion, and still he's not walking around with the belt around his waist, is he?
He will. He will.
He will win.
He will. Orndorff will be world champion. You can bet on that.
We'll be back right after this.
And I'm host.
Still to come this week here on Prime Time Wrestling, of course, our big featured King Kong Bundy taking on the Super Machine, But before that, another special single match competition. Jim the Anvil Neidhart splitting up the Hart Foundation against the Dynamite Kid and maybe Matilda. What do you think of that?
You know what you've done?
What have I done?
Last week, when you put a tail on my doll, you're going to have every little 8-to-5er humanoid out there buying these dolls and putting tails on them and going to ringside and embarrassing them.
I hope so. Let's go to the matches.
What match?
The Anvil Neidhart. And his opponent to be coming down the aisle momentarily from Manchester, England, weighing 227 pounds, the co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship, the Dynamite Kid.
Dynamite Kid being escorted to the ring by Matilda.
Oh, my.
I love it.
Matilda. And decked out. Is that the Union Jack, Lord Alfred?
Yes, I think so. My goodness gracious, look at that.
The mascot for the world reigning tag team champions, the British Bulldogs, Matilda.
Do you have any idea how much that dog weighs?
Oh, it's got to be close to 100 pounds, see?
Very close, I'm told, by the Bulldogs.
Take a look at that kisser.
I think he's pointing him.
Oh. Alfred, I believe Matilda's looking at you.
Gosh, I hope she doesn't attack me. They say that all bulldogs look like Sir Winston Churchill.
Oh. Look at that great shot right there.
Sand cigar. They also say that dogs take on the appearance of their masters.
Yes.
Yes, well, it's a very muscular dog and a very muscular master.
Tremendous matchup here in Madison Square Garden. Dynamite Kid against Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with Lord Alfred Hayes and Gene Okerlund, bringing you all the action.
Matilda on her way back to a hydrant as the action gets underway here.
Would I be wrong in saying that Dynamite Kid is probably the fastest of all professional heavyweight wrestlers?
I think you'd be correct in making that statement, Alfred.
I don't think you're going to find anybody any faster.
He's got one speed, and that's all out.
Yes. What a formidable opponent, though, in the huge Neidhart.
You talk about speed. Clearly demonstrated there by the Dynamite Kid. Quick duck.
I'm anxious to see if he can apply that snap suplex on a guy of this size.
281 pounds, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Be interesting to see.
That would be something.
Yes, a huge, very impressive man, and with a fantastic record to back up that size and strength.
Test of strength, but he suckered him in there and goes to work on him immediately, but Dynamite's not turning loose. Look out, Irish whip in. Ducks underneath it. Look how fast he's moving. High cross body. He's not going to get it.
No, he didn't get him, but he's given him something to think about.
Neidhart is taking a little high ski for himself.
Neidhart definitely thinking about that. Look on his face.
Fellas, let's admit it, though. The smart thing, the intelligent thing at this juncture for Neidhart to do.
Take a walk, sure.
Sure. Stop that momentum.
You can bet that the Hitman is not too far away keeping an eye on this match, Jim. They want a crack at that title so bad.
I wouldn't imagine Mouth of the South is awfully far away either.
Absolutely not. I'm surprised he's not out here. Side headlock now by the co-holder of the title.
Members of the International Press Corps on hand here at Madison Square Garden.
I see Australia, Japan, Puerto Rico.
Our own representative here, Steve Taylor.
Steve Taylor from
WWF.
WWF, absolutely. One of the premier photographers. Oh, look at, he's inviting him, saying, yes, give me a tackle. Oh, nice single leg trip. You see the speed there, wow.
Boy, you talk about bringing his capacity crowd to their feet. That move did it.
Boy, there was a great shot of our international entourage.
So quick, Dynamite Kid, and now changing that move at will.
Well, he had the arm hooked as well, so he decided to go with the arm bar.
Well, I would think so. Look at the size of Neidhart's legs. I don't think you could do much damage there, do you?
Boy, it would take some working.
Take a look at those quads, that upper thigh. It's got to be a good 26, 28 inches.
Dynamite forced back into the ropes by a handful of hair, and Anvil gets rid of him. Whoa, well-placed knee right in the lower abdomen.
Good move by Neidhart. Good, strong, impressive move.
Perfectly legal maneuver. He's got 2 hands full of hair. Oh, come on, ref. Get on his case.
And the referee is doing just that, giving Dynamite Kid just a chance to get some of his senses back.
Make a mistake with the Anvil, and he'll put the lights out for you.
Shot to the windpipe there on the part of Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Right to the esophagus, can be construed as a disqualification immediately.
Well, Neidhart has a tremendous ability to get out of the sight of the referee when he does things like that.
Referee should be all over Neidhart's case at this point.
Well, he's not doing it, Gene. Referee's coming under very close scrutiny here in the World Wrestling. Oh, look out! Dynamite sprawl back first, right out on the hard floor here.
Oh, no!
Gonna slam him.
Gonna slam him. He did. Luckily for Dynamite, heels came down first.
Referee right now should be calling for the bell, disqualifying Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Gorilla, even though his feet came down first, you can get those awful stone bruises in your heels of your feet. You probably had them before.
Oh,
and they can cripple you.
Have I ever?
I'm told they are tremendously painful.
Oh, they're just painful thinking about them, remembering them. Choking now right over that second rope. Got a front face lock, but that rope is intertwined in there as well.
The Englishman in a lot of trouble now.
The referee, not the strongest person in the world, and I can see where Neidhart is really taking advantage of that situation.
Going to work now on the lower lumbar vertebrae.
Neidhart has taken the starch out of Dynamite Kid and the steam as well, and he's slowed down considerably.
But not the heart, Alfred. You can't take the heart out of a lion.
Watch this move.
That's not his territory.
Anvil perched up there, second turnbuckle, bombs away.
Oh, look at his face.
Knocked the wind right out of himself. Unbelievable move. Oh, look at that. Matilda loves it.
Matilda's
Dynamite up on the top turnbuckle. Drop kick. Beautiful drop kick right off the top.
Was that a sensational move?
Great drop kick there by Dynamite Kid. He landed a bit awkwardly, though.
The tide is turned here in the Garden. Oh, nice clothesline. Full speed ahead. No substitution for speed.
No, Dynamite Kid really hasn't got it all together yet. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have been on top of him, trying for that all-important pinfall.
Headbutt forces a big guy back. Look out. Oh, look at that move. He's tied up. No, he got out. Look at the Anvil thinks he's gone.
Oh, watch out.
He's going to get him. Yes.
You could almost say an upset.
The Garden is just erupted.
Rocking and rolling here as the Anvil outsmarted himself.
The Dynamite Kid.
Won't see that happen very often by Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Neidhart is still stunned. He can't believe that it's happened.
He still can't. He's still in shock. He thought that Dynamite was in about the 5th row as Matilda looks on. Let's go back and take a look, if we can, at what exactly went down, Alfred.
Right just here. Dynamite Kid made a headbutt on him. He came in to make a tackle. Neidhart moved, and he looked for a moment as if he was tied in the ropes, but he got out. And here's where 25,000 people came to their feet. This is the move that caused it. 1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable move on the part of the Dynamite Kid.
Right now, Matilda relishing the victory of her master.
The explosiveness and the physical ability of the Dynamite Kid is what enabled him to put away the Anvil.
I got to tell the truth. The man did it. He was quick enough.
Jeez. I'm in shock.
But Matilda's beginning to take that same expression as Strongbow.
What do you mean by that?
The eyes and the mouth and the droopy chin. She's beginning to look like Chief J. Strongbow.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't say that if Chief were around
Might
to
be an Indian bulldog.
defend himself.
Or he might have a smidgen of Cocker Spaniel in him.
When is the contract going to be signed with the match between The British Bulldogs and Bundy and Stud. Is it in the works or not? Is it going to happen?
They won't sign.
Who won't sign?
The Bulldogs.
Get away. Why?
They won't sign. They're in single action now, you see. They got some miserable mud hanging with them. 18 people in the first 4 rows itched for 3 hours that night. There were more fleas in the garden that night.
King Kong Bundy in our future matchup.
King Kong Bundy.
Well, it's time, wrestling fans. What are you doing now? You can't even use the phone. Do you expect that?
I've been using the phone quite well.
Highly unlikely.
Not at all.
King Kong Bundy coming up. The walking condominium about to tangle with a super machine. Should be an interesting confrontation. Both guys, well, I don't know. Machine may be 400 pounds, but Bundy, we know, is definitely over 5. Let's go to Madison Square Garden.
Wait a minute, it's my turn to talk again.
Jersey, weighing 468 pounds, King Kong Bundy. And his opponent from Osaka, Japan, weighing 275 pounds. Here comes the Super Machine.
Super Machine on his way down to the ring here at Madison Square Garden with a tough load on his hands.
What an impressive-looking athlete the Super Machine is. But then, of course, look at Bundy. He's like the Rock of Gibraltar standing there.
Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with me, Gene Okerlund, and his lordship, Alfred Hayes, here at Madison Square Garden. Just one of the tremendous matches which could be a main event in any arena in the entire world, Gene.
You said it before. The man looks like a condominium.
Condominium with legs.
And very, very difficult to budge, too.
500 pounds plus. I hope the ring has been reinforced for this one.
Talk about a great technician, the Super Machine. And I saw him in Japan. What was that about?
He made some kind of derogatory remark about you, Gene. I couldn't catch it.
I think it was about you, Gene, not us.
Bundy going to work, but Machine a little bit too quick for that particular move. Dick Kroll, third man in the ring.
As I had mentioned, I had scouted the Super Machine in Japan on the Japanese circuit, and he's just a phenomenal technician.
Well, I saw a lot of that footage, Gene, and you were very fortunate to be over there. I'm sure you had a good time.
Beautiful, beautiful country.
Irish whip coming up. Hard into the corner. Look out. Whoa! He was going for the avalanche.
Oh!
Bundy's down. No, he couldn't get him. Surprise move.
I've never seen Bundy go down so quickly in a match ever before.
What a burst of energy on the part of the Super Machine. And Bundy is upset. He is frustrated.
He's amazed as well.
He may be in shock.
Indeed.
He's having a few words with the referee right now. Absolutely. He got caught in the middle of that avalanche, Gene, with a nice clothesline.
You know, that clothesline initially did not do all that much damage, but the Super Machine coming off the ropes again with that high top body press, and that did it.
Bundy now going to work. Dropping those shots right on the back of the neck. Sends him in again. Oh, nice elbow. Watch out, big splash, no elbow. The machine gone.
Super Machine had checked out.
I don't think the Bundy has been treated like this before for a long time.
Oh, look at the agility on the part of the big guy, but he put his head down. You can't do that. Another high cross, but he got caught in the middle of it. Oh, backbreaker, well executed. That's going to take a lot of starch out of the machine right there. Right on the kidney area.
He was on such a roll, really.
He was doing so well until that one particular moment, and that's all Bundy needs is one moment like that, and he's in like a flash.
Double axe handle right to the back. Over for the cover, very nonchalant cover at that.
I think he thinks all he needs is to get that 500 pounds over somebody and they'll never get up. However, the Super Machine is a big man himself.
Close to 1,000 pounds moving around inside that squared circle here in Madison Square Garden. Got to be a disadvantage with that mask on, Gene. You lose some peripheral vision. You can't breathe very well.
Well, there are pros and cons of that, as you very well know. But yes, I will accept that.
Give us some of the pros.
Well, the pros are the fact that you can hide a lot of the visual aspect with that mask on.
Well, if he's Japanese, it certainly makes him even more inscrutable.
Look out, ducks underneath the big right hand, comes back with another clothesline. The Machine on the warpath once again, and he's on fire right now. Oh, another reverse. Bundy is very agile. Oh, he caught him that time. There was no escaping that one. It's over.
It is. The Avalanche totally deflating to the Super Machine, and Bundy gets the do.
Just as quickly as it began, it ended just as quickly, and a mistake on the part of the Super Machine cost him the victory.
The winner of this bout, King Kong Bundy.
Bundy chalking up a very impressive victory here in Madison Square Garden. Let's go back to only moments ago. Gene, take a look at this.
All right, Bundy, of course, a master of the reversal, and this was it. There is the reversal, and he follows up with the avalanche. Turn out the lights.
Some nifty footwork on the part of the 500-pounder, Gene, to turn that thing around.
And Bundy must be the most destructive man in professional wrestling today.
Very impressive. You don't have to applaud.
Yes, I do.
Very impressive victory by one of your stable family members, King Kong Bundy. I was most, I don't know, I was a little bit surprised, I should say, that he moved around as agilely in the ring as he did. He's very, very quick on his feet for a big hulk of humanity. He hasn't missed too many meals lately either, might add.
He does enjoy going out to dinner, yes.
I'm sure he does, yes.
What are you trying to imply, that the man's some kind of a slob?
No, but I have it on very good word.
He's a big, strong...
He's into junk food. And
what do you mean junk food?
Junk, you know what junk food is.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, you think you look under his bed in a motel room and there's 700 pounds of Twinkie wrappers?
Well, maybe so. Keep fooling around, Bobby, and this is exactly what'll happen to you right here. You're looking at it right now. Keep it up.
Give me my doll back.
Your doll is squashed forever. I got news for you. I'll tell you something else. I've done a little calculation here, and you're up to $185,000 that you owe for Big John Studd being slammed. And if you, are you going to bring some?
No. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I am so sick and tired of hearing the guys like Hogan, hearing the guys like Haku. Excuse me, Haku, hearing the guys like the Machines, everybody else griping about what I owe them. I don't owe them a dime, but what I'm going to do is, out of the magnanimity of my heart, I am going to pay them just to get them off my back. What's 200 grand to me?
I think I'm going to be sick.
Well, we better get 3 air sick bags here then for you if you're going to be sick.
You're going to come up with some money?
I will come up.
Next week?
Next week, I will pay off.
Well, bring some blank ones, because by then it'll be well over $185,000.
I may even put a little bonus in for you, pal.
For me? For me
Sure.
to do what?
Take a walk.
Take a walk?
Right. Matter of fact, I'm going to call Miss Betty right now and have her get the checks ready.
I don't, there's no way, shape, or form that you could buy me, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Weasel Brain.
Everybody's got a price.
Don't ever bring that Imperial Spread character out here again.
You talking about the King, Handsome Harley?
You got it right, the pumpkin head, Harley
What a
Race.
pumpkin head.
He is.
He was here. I noticed when he was out here, you backed up in that. Betty, hold on, will you?
That wraps it up, wrestling.
I said,
fans,
hold on,
for
Betty.
Another week here on Prime Time Wrestling.
When you were talking,
regardless of what he
Betty,
says,
I can't do both right
Betty
now.
Says. We'll see
Get
you
some
all
checks
next
ready.
Tuesday. We'll be back.
I got to talk to Monsoon. Get some checks ready. When he was standing here, you real bad.